Have you wanted to learn CW but thought it was too hard, or you just weren't one of the lucky ones that can do it? Maybe you tried in the past, but you just didn't get there. Maybe you really want to learn to do CW, but you don't know how to get started. If any of this sounds familiar to you, then this course is for you. Stick around and I will take you from zero to on air with CW. Welcome to the House of Ham. I'm Bob WV7W, and in this course, I'm going to guide you through the process of learning how to learn CW. Now notice I didn't say teach you CW. You are going to teach yourself CW, but with some simple to follow guidelines that will greatly help your chance of success. Now let me get this out of the way right now. You can do this. You are your own worst critic, and it's easy to tell yourself that you can't. I am here to tell you you can. Now let me briefly give you the purpose of this course. It is designed to give you a starting point for your CW learning journey. One thing I really want to impress upon you is learning CW is not a destination, it is a journey. You will continue to learn and improve for as long as you stick with it. Even those that have truly mastered it still continue to learn and improve. I don't care how good someone is with it, they still miss things and make mistakes. We are, after all, humans. Now, throughout this course, I'm going to provide you with what you need to get on the air and enjoy CW. This is an important distinction between learning Morse code, which you are going to do, but learning CW is much more than just the code. In addition to learning the code, you will learn some of the things you need to be able to get on the air. Things such as CW abbreviations, Q codes, how to use the RST reports, and more. Let's briefly go over the methods used to get you started. You are going to learn the characters by sound. This is critical to being able to instantly recognize the characters vice decoding them. This is so important. Decoding takes time and brain space that is needed to put words and phrases together. Not having good instant character recognition is the leading cause to hitting those word per minute walls, like 10 or 15 words per minute. You are going to learn the characters at a speed that won't allow for counting dits and das, or forming lookup tables of a dit and da patterns in your head. Finally, I want you to get on the air as soon as possible. The problem with many CW learning methods is they focus too much on waiting to get on the air until you are good. The reality is you're only going to get good by getting on the air. You do not want to become a perpetual CW student. Let me be clear. There really is no wrong way to learn CW if it works for you and gets you on the air. With that being said, there are some ways that are proven to be less successful than others, and I am the victim of some of these. The goal is to give you the best chance at success, and I want to help you find what works for you with some techniques we have found to be particularly useful. But the bottom line, if it works for you, go with it. The first one is something that I did, and that is start slow and try and build speed. I initially started learning at 5 words per minute, and if I could go back in time and wring my own neck, I would. I have struggled for years trying to break away from the symptoms of this. Building lookup tables or using mnemonics. Going back to my earlier statement about decoding, using these methods cause your brain to have to search for the pattern, which takes time you don't have. While you're searching for that pattern, the next letter will be coming at you, and you will start missing and getting frustrated. It is very hard to unlearn these bad habits and get to instant character recognition. To save you from this, I will show you a better way. We are going to learn the CW characters at 30 words per minute. And before you freak out and leave this video, hear me out on the 30 word per minute character speed. This is not about copying on the air at 30 words per minute. It is all about forcing the mind to hear the shape of the character and recognize it as a singular sound, so you don't have to decode it. Many will recommend starting at slower character speeds, like 15 or even 20 words per minute. The problem is that most people can still count the dits and das at that speed, and this will inhibit your ability to have your subconscious recognize the characters. And the decode monster will take over and go through the process of decoding those characters, which takes too long to realize true instant character recognition. Now, before we dig into the meat of this course, I have some words of caution. Don't try and rush the learning. Make sure you've achieved the goals of each lesson before moving on to the next. There is no instant gratification here. You have to do the work to achieve your goal. There may be times it seems like you're not making progress, but I assure you, if you stick to the plan, you will get there. Don't give up. Follow the steps. It may be compelling to skip ahead. Don't do that. Follow the steps as defined. Don't be a perpetual student. As soon as you can get on the air, get on the air. That is the goal of this course, is to get you on the air. Last and certainly not least is to have fun. This is a hobby, not a job, and it's supposed to be fun. Learning CW can be a lot of fun, and if you're getting frustrated, take a break. Give yourself a day off every now and then. When you come back, you will find you're making good progress. That is it for the introduction. The next video, we'll get started with learning CW.